last year. It was a 94-74 victory. This year, things got a little bit better for you guys. But let's talk about just people that look at this score as face value. What do you say to those people to really get the gears turning as far as how the game works a little bit deeper than that?
Yeah, I just thought we did a good job after the first 8-10 minutes of taking care of the ball. So the sloppiness kind of, the pregame, first game jitters kind of got out. And from there, I thought they did a really good job of protecting the ball and then also winning the glass. And so if you do those things consistently, you're going to give yourself a chance to win.
And then so it seemed like from your off-season promo, you're a bit of a numbers guy. Like we're talking about 12 possession difference last year. Lots of talk about margins and stuff like that. But how do you balance that analytical side of yourself and the eye test when you're looking to improve this team over the course of the season?
Yeah, I mean, the little things really do matter, and so obviously I thought we didn't do a great job protecting our paint in the second half, so we'll have to do a more concerted effort of flowing to the ball defensively and keeping them up, because they tried to drive us and drive us and drive us, and so, if that's going to be teams' adjustments, we're going to have to adjust as well, and so just those type of things. Thought we fouled a little bit too much in the second half, we got a little handsy, and so if we can clean those things up, we're going to be good to go.
Yeah, we talked about, I know at the ASUN tip-off, playing while tired. How do you think the team accomplished that, or what can we improve on for the future?
Yeah, I think our conditioning was at a pretty good level. I think Nas and Berman both got the most tired of the guys because, they're carrying a lot of weight this year, but I'm really happy with how they're adjusting with that. And, for the most part, I thought our conditioning level, we wore them down. They were tired, way more tired than we were earlier in that game, and so our depth is going to be a huge plus for us this year.
And then, so I talked about it a little bit with Nas, but you had a very vocal leader in Caleb Matthews last year, and he did a lot of talking to refs. That was one thing I noticed a lot in those games. How is that planning to transform this year?
Yeah, I mean, Nas is definitely our vocal leader, and Berman is learning to be a more positive vocal leader. And then Chris is just a leader by example, and so he's not going to say much like that. But Caleb was a 5-year player for us. And so Nas in his second year, and Berman in his second year, and Chris in his fourth year, they got to take that leadership role and run with it.
And then what do we think about the team defense tonight, having to move on from our, having one guy back there to stop everything. Now we're doing it all as a team.
Yeah, I thought Avante did a really good job protecting the rim early in the first half, and they got a little nervous. And so you started seeing him pulling up in the mid-range more often. And for us, that's the shots we want him to take. And so hats off to Avante at the rim, and Gus did a really good job protecting our paint, but it's going to be collectively, it's going to be more guys, it's going to be guys on the perimeter stopping them before they get in the paint, which I thought we did a really good job in the first half fighting back and not letting them in the paint. In the second half, not so good a job.
And then the last one I got here, we noticed that Queens is getting heavily involved everywhere. Like we got invited to the Field of 68. You've been I believe it's the head of the College Insider panel this year, and then also you talked about being on the board for the ASUN tournament, coming to Jacksonville. What's kind of the plan here? Something's brewing here in Charlotte.
I think it's just a level of respect for our program, and I don't know if there's any right way to do the transition, but I think if you look at it far, we made positive steps each year in the conference. Our win total's gone up, our win percentage has gone up. And more importantly, I think you've seen our depth and our size, and it's gotten more to Division I level and standards, and I'm hoping this year that shows here in our first year eligible for the tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year to watch. Hopefully you guys get there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It takes a few breaks in March. The ball bounces funny, but you got to be disciplined, and I think we have the group to do it.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.